Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Reading of Reality, where we choose reading of reality any day of the week. My name is Nikeria. You can call me Nike. Today's video, as y'all can see by the title, we're doing a book haul, a huge book haul. I have like over 50 books that I want to show y'all, so I'm not going to talk too much. We're just going to get right into it. The first two books I want to show y'all, both came from authors. I should have brought some scissors in here. Hold on, I need scissors. You know, we just going to use my handy dandy tweezers. But the first two books I want to show y'all came from authors that contacted me to send me arcs of their books or just copies of their books. So this first one, I forgot. It's from Penguin Random House LLC. Not my Addy. Not the Addy popping out. Hold up. I thought it was going to be a hardcover, but it's paperback, so that's fine. I love paperback. The first book I have is Francine's Spectacular Crash and Burn by Renee Swindle. Ew. Now girl, you know you ain't have to put that on there. A printed on sticker. That kind of just pissed me off. It tells you that it's an arc right here. You ain't have to print that on there. Let me shut up. But anyways, yeah, that's our first book. An author sent this to me. I really don't know what it's about. A heartwarming novel centered on an accidental encounter with a 10-year-old who shows up at Francine Stevenson's doorstep after her mother's sudden death. Yeah, there's that. Now, this one is not an arc. This is already out. And I've already read it because it's on Kindle Unlimited. But the author reached out to me to send me the book and asked if I would show it. Oh, this is what she put in there. This is too cute. Oh, it's a keychain. Oh, it's a cute little puppy. Oh, and they're so soft. Oh, they're so adorable. It's so cute. Then there's this little notebook. This is cute. But just like a little notebook with a few color pages in there. There's a thank you card. Thank you for supporting my small business. I am a new self-published author just trying to spread the word about my books. Got a ring pop. My kids will love that. Okay, period. Stickers. These stickers are all related to real estate. And then this is the book. It's called You Should Have Just Let Me Go by Bailey Thomas. So, if y'all want to read it, I already read it. I will probably talk about it in my reading wrap up. It's basically about a couple falling out of love. So I don't know if it's a romance per se. Because it's not a romance. I don't know what to call it because they're falling out of love. Interesting. I never read a book that was like I guess it's like anti-romance. I don't know. But yeah, that's the book. Beautiful cover. So yeah, those two books came from authors. This is a collective book haul, so I didn't buy all these books all at once. A good chunk of these are from December, the end of December, when I had like holiday, birthday money and whatever. And then only like one of these are from January because I was on a no spend thing in January. And then some of these are because the $5.99 book outlet haul. So at Target in January, this is the only book I picked up, which is The Wedding People by Allison S. Foch. I already read it and I talked about it in my January reading wrap up if you want to hear more about it. Basically, it's about a woman who is suicidal. She goes to a hotel. Honestly, I'm not going to talk about it because I feel like so many people don't talk about this book. You should know what it's about if you're interested. Watch my reading wrap up, my January reading wrap up. Then Barnes & Nobles, I went the other day and randomly picked up a couple books. I already read one and I have started the other one of the other two. So I have 3 books that I got from Barnes. First book I got was Waiting for Friday Night by Cynthia Williams. I already read this. It will be in my February reading wrap up. It's about a woman who was the only child. Her parents died and she decided that she didn't want to be alone in the world. So she decided to go the donor route and have a kid on her own. 15 years later, her daughter is looking for her father. She wants to know about her father, but she hasn't told her how she was conceived. The daughter ends up finding the father, and the father ends up being someone they already know. It'll be in my February reading wrap up. I'm not going to talk about it here. The next 2 books are books in a series. This is Son of the Storm by Suyi Davies Okongboa. And then this is Warrior of the Wind, which is the sequel. I've already started this. I'm about a third of the way through. It's kind of slow. I really can't even tell y'all what it's even about. It's kind of slow. I don't know if I like it yet. I feel like I should like it. If I'm going to like it, I should have started to like it already. It's not bad enough that I'm going to stop reading it, but I'm getting through it extremely slowly. Next is a book I've already read. We talked about it in my January reading wrap up. Pre-order. Yeah. Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. I'm not even gonna talk about it because you should already know. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you. You have to look it up. I'm not even about to talk about this book, okay? Yeah, there's that. Okay, this one is also from Barnes. It's a pre-order that I ordered in like April 2024, and obviously it came the end of last month, I think. But I pre-ordered the special edition copies of the Hunger Games. And you know what? I think I'm done pre-ordering stuff. I didn't have a bad experience, but I'm realizing it's kind of pointless to pre-order stuff because I literally have been seeing these editions everywhere. Even pre-ordered in Iron Flame, I could have went to the store. Like, every time I end up pre-ordering something, I end up seeing a lot of what I pre-ordered in the store. And it's like, what's the point of the pre-order? Like... And then it's like, I hate when pre-orders don't take the money, because then you're going to take my money 10 months from now when I didn't plan on you taking my money. I had the money right now, so that's why I paid for it right now, but y'all ain't take the money. But then when I might not even have the money, y'all going to come snatch the money. That pisses me off. Anyways, yeah, Hunger Games is one of my favorite movie series. I have not read the books. I've heard the books are 10 times better, so I'm excited to finally get into the books. And when I saw these special editions, I was like, well, why not? I'm kind of pissed, though, because now that the author's coming out with another book, I'm like, y'all couldn't have waited till she wrote that book to have a full set. Like, it's going to piss me off to have that book look different from these books. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, there's that. Okay, next, we're going to go into Amazon. We'll open up these paper packages. Oh, I already opened this, so... Actually, I think I did end up ordering these in January as well, because I wanted a book to read. I couldn't think of something to read, so I ordered 2 books to read. But then I didn't end up reading either one of these. But first, I got The Reformatory by Tanana Reed Dew. Very popular book. It has been compared to The Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. I've heard that it's basically the same story. This one's just a little bit more on the horror and sci-fi and supernatural side. Basically, it's about a reformatory school for boys. When you get in trouble, you get sent to this school for boys. Basically juvie, but it was in the 1950s. You know, all the segregation and racism and whatnot. So a little black boy ended up getting sent there, and I'm assuming horrible things happened to him and the people around him, because that's what happened in The Nickel Boys. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I've been hearing it talked about for a while. The Nickel Boys is what sparked my little interest to get more into historical fiction. Though I enjoyed The Nickel Boys, it was just extremely slow. Extremely slow. It was a good story. It was just so slow, and it was kind of uneventful, which, saying that, it would make it sound like the book is not good. The book is good. It's just, like I said, it was slow and uneventful, but the story was good. But this one is supposed to be basically more eventful, not as slow and, you know, more exciting. So I'm excited to get into this one. It's a thickums though. It's very thick. These pages thin, these words are small. Then I saw, I always forget her name, Kalila D talk about this book in a YouTube short, Dark Matter, and her excitement and the way she talked about the book made me want to read it, so I ended up ordering it. These words are tiny, baby, tiny. Are you happy with your life? Those are the last words Jason Destin hears before the kidnapper knocks him unconscious, before he awakens to find himself strapped to a gurney surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits, before a man he's never met smiles down at him and says, "Welcome back, my friend." I'm not gonna read the rest, but basically sounded like he got kidnapped. Something done to him. He woke up and he don't remember nobody or know nobody. Next is this one. Okay. So I ended up reading The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, and I read this one as well. I fell in love. That was my first 5-star of the year, so of course I had to order the physical copy, and I went ahead and ordered the second book as well, because I did read this. This one wasn't a 5-star. I'm gonna talk about it in my February reading wrap up. But The Rage of Dragons, I just gotta have the whole series now, because the way I fell in love with that book, I don't even care if the rest of the series is trash. I'm ordering all the books. The 3rd book comes out in May, I believe. So excited. If you're into high fantasy, highly recommend this series. So let's go with this box. Okay, it's a couple of books up in here. All right, first we have Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. This is the second book to Love Redesign. I read that one. It was cool. I wouldn't say I was in love with it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Y'all know I just redid my shelves not too long ago, and I want my shelves to look aesthetic. So I ordered some pink books. This one's pink. I didn't hate the first book, but I didn't love it either. But I want pink books, and this is a pink book, so I am going to read it. But I definitely bought this for aesthetics, okay? Don't care. Next, I got Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've heard a lot about this book. I heard it's very sad, and I've been wanting to read sad books. I don't know what it is about me. I've been going through the winter blues. I won't say seasonal depression, but the winter blues. And it's like, when I'm sad, I want things that'll make me sadder. Like, I'll listen to sad music, watch sad movies, read sad books. So I got this book. I also heard it's just a really good story. But basically, it's about a young girl that's missing, and I'm pretty sure her friend is the only person looking for her. Yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Also, another book for aesthetics. This book, the cover I love so much. I love so much. And I tried to buy this book earlier in 2024. And when I went to the bookstore, I noticed it had like black smudges all on it. And I thought that the books were dirty. And I found out that's just the way the cover is. Definitely bought this one for aesthetics. Not gonna lie to you, but I will read it because I paid for it. I will read it eventually. This one was definitely for aesthetics though. And I don't care. Debate your mama about it. Not me. Next, I got another book that just made me so happy. So happy. I got Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Y'all read this book and I fell in love. This one wasn't a 5-star, it was a 4-star, but a high 4. Fell in love, fell in love, fell in love. Another high fantasy by a black author. Highly recommend. A movie's coming out. Girl, this book's so good. And I know there's debate going on about the book right now. But if you're like me and you just be reading just to read and you don't be thinking too much about certain stuff, you'll enjoy the book. Not to say that you shouldn't think too much about certain stuff, but when it comes to like fantasy books, I don't put too much thought into a fantasy book because in my head, everything in the book is made up. Even if it's based off certain things, everything's made up. But you know what, we ain't gonna talk about it, okay? The last book in this box is Will by Will Smith. Brindy is the reason I read this book. Well, actually I listened to it because the audiobook is so far. Oh, there's pictures in here. Oh, his mom and Daddy-O. Daddy-O, he looked like he was whooping ass. Daddy-O looked like he was whooping ass. Okay, but anyways, the book is really good. I highly recommend you listen to the audiobook though. This was my first memoir. Was it my first memoir? Yeah, my first memoir. I love hearing about people like real lives. I'm more of a documentary type of person. Listen to this on audio kind of felt like a documentary. So I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I could have read through this. The sound of Will Smith's voice and the like ad-libs, the music, all the stuff he added into it made it enjoyable and sound like a documentary. But I love hearing about famous people's lives, how they got to where they're at, etc, etc. I probably will end up listening to more memoirs. Boom. First book, Model Home by River Solomon. I heard Kayla's Bookish Vibes talking about this book, and so she quoted a lot of quotes from this book and they were all sounded fire. So I just know this book is probably gonna be fire, but I've been hearing a lot about it since her video, and I have heard a little bit of mixed reviews, but I still want to read the book. So I have this. Then we have A Love Like the Sun by Rhys M. Nielsen. I've heard a lot about this book as well. Don't know what it's about. Don't know what it's about. Can't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. But I'm excited to read it. Next, we have I Don't Know Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I've been wanting to read this one as well as there's another popular Accidental Pregnancy. Listen, I like Accidental Pregnancy. I know a lot of people hate it, but I like it. So this one as well as the other book I've been wanting to read for a while. I Don't Know Limb and dang, what's the other? I can never remember the other name because I always end up getting these two mixed up. But this one is Accidental Pregnancy. That's why I got it, because it was Accidental Pregnancy, and I like accidental pregnancy. Then I got a book that I've been thinking about getting for a while, and honestly I need to get the rest of the series. Even though I haven't read it, I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it. But this is a book that I've seen Alexandria Hurley, actually what's her, she's married now, so it's not Hurley anymore. Cannot remember what her new last name is, but congratulations to her. It's a Christian based book. It's called Do I Stumble by King Cash Tate. This is the first book in the series, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, right? Tried to make sure I picked the first book, so I hope it is the first book. It's basically about a group of people all going through trials and tribulations in life, and how they, I guess, conquer those trials and tribulations with God. I'm assuming. I don't know. But I've heard Alexandria talk about this book a lot, this series a lot. And I've actually seen a couple people talk about it, but she was the main person I saw talk about this. So I've been interested into getting into more Christian-based books. Then I have this book. So if you're not, you know, I've talked about this before. I read this in 2023, in October 2023 when I first got my Kindle. I read it on Kindle Unlimited. 5-star book. I did not end up getting the physical copy, and I've been trying to fill my books up with, my shelves up with my 5-star and high 4-star reads. So I ended up purchasing this. But I'm kind of pissed because the reason I haven't bought it before is because every time I see it in store, it's like this dull black. And I'm like, I don't remember it. I thought it was a darker black than this. This looks almost grayish to me. Whatever. Anyways, it's fine. But I wanted this specific color. I bought this book before from Book Outlet, but it was like blue and purple. And I was like, girl, no ma'am. I want this cover. I just wish it was a darker black. Like, it was deep, deep black. This looked like their printer was running out of ink, and it's kind of pissing me off. But I think this will be a reread for 2025 for me. Alright, and this one got a couple of books in here. Okay, boom. First, I got Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. I've read this already. I read it on Kindle Unlimited in 2023, I believe, or either the beginning of 2024. Great book. Highly recommend. The author just ended up getting traditionally published. It just re-released with this new cover, and I just wanted to support her. Okay, period, with the views. Honestly, I'm pretty sure they probably changed a little bit about this book since it got traditionally published. Girl, I know this ain't the same damn picture over and over. I don't really like this cover, but I didn't even like the original cover either. But I really enjoyed this book, and this also will probably end up being a reread for me for 2025, so yeah. Also a book, The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I already read this. This was a high 4-star for me, I think. Was it a high 4-star? I'm pretty sure it was not a 5-star. It's basically a Carrie retelling. Carrie by Stephen King. Fire, fire, fire. Love this book. Love this book. Another book I already read. All these I have already read. Children of Virtue and Vengeance was this the second book to Children of Blood and Bone. Like I said, oh, why is this over here? I don't know if I'm gonna read the third book. I'll probably read it before the movie comes out, but reading that synopsis, I'm just not interested. And I've heard that people didn't like the way she took the series, and just by reading the synopsis and knowing what happened in these books, I don't think I'm gonna like it either. I eventually will read it, but I'm not in no rush. So yeah, there's that. And then we have The Rage of Dragons. This is my first 5-star and my only 5-star thus far in 2025. Watch my January reading wrap up to hear about this. Another 5-star for me, To the Moon by Evelyn Latrice. The best found family story I've read thus far. Found family is my favorite trope. I'm so in love with this book, y'all. I'm so in love with this book. I cannot even put it into words. I'm pretty sure I read this in September. So watch my September reading wrap up to hear about this. I just recently read the second book. It wasn't as good as that one, but it was still good. Alright, now we're moving on to Book Outlet. There's only one book in this big old box. Like, girl, be so serious. I should sit in this bed. Ugh, why do paper look like that? This story is Hold My Girl by Charlene Carr. It says, heart-wrenching and deeply affecting. Hold My Girl is the story of 2 women whose eggs are switched during IVF. Sounds good. Sounded good. That's all I needed to know. I got this from Book Outlet during their $5.99 sale, as well as the rest of the books y'all will be seeing. Okay, now this big old box. Hold up. Now this big thing here. Let me rip me out the mess that got me acting brand new. Book Outlet need to work on their zippers, because what's the point of having a zipper there if it don't actually work for real? Damn, that's skinny. Oh, I didn't know this book was this tiny. How many pages is this? 89 pages, girl, what? First book I got was Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. I don't know if that's how her name is pronounced correctly. I'm gonna have to look this up because now it's giving that it's like a novella or something. She left her home for the stars but found more adventure than she bargained for. A tense, intimate coming of age story in space. I don't know, it doesn't sound like a, I don't know, whatever. It was, girl, honestly, this should have been $2. Like what? Anyways, I got that book. I'm glad I got it for $5.99 because it's, girl, another skinny book. I didn't know this book was this little. I don't remember this book being this little in the store. I got 19 Claws and a Blackbird. Oh, I forgot this is a collection of short stories. Stories by Augustina Bess. Girl, her. It's a collection of short stories. I've been seeing this in the store for a while. And they're scary stories. Seen this in the store a couple times. I feel like it was thicker than this. But whatever. I've had my eye on it for a while and I ended up just now picking it up since it was on sale. Then I have Moth by Amber McBride. I already have a book by her, right? Yeah. All these books, I did read the synopsis when I was buying them. But I can't tell you about them now. Unless it's a... Girl, I know you're lying. This is in verse. This is poetry. I don't want to read this. Moving on. I got Blood Marked by Tracy Deonn, the second book to Legendborn. Let me see. I thought I had, okay, no. I don't have any special covers. I do want to get into this series. I've been getting into my black author fantasy lately because the two that I read recently have both been bangers. And I know her third book is coming out in like 2 days. Haven't started the series yet though. I don't know when I'll start, but I just want to have physical copies of them because I know I will get into them soon, eventually. And more than likely I'll love them. Then we have You Made a Fool of Your Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emeze. I just heard the story's messy and I love messy books. I just really love messy books. Brandy was talking about this. Another person was like, I just always hear people talking about this and it just sounded so good. Finally got it. $5.99. Why not? Girl, not they got a book inside a book. Then I have Vinyl Moon by Mahogany Brown. The cover really is what caught my eye. Beautiful. The braids fire. Yeah. This is a small one as well. Let me see how many pages this is. Then we have In Every Mirror She's Black by Lola. Not gonna mess that up. An arresting debut about 3 different black women linked to the same influential white man as they build new lives in Stockholm. Then, oh Lord have mercy. Then I got The Black Kids by Christina Hammonds Reed. No, Hamanos. Oh no, it's Hammonds. It's just that that do not look like a D. Anyways, don't remember what it's about. Oh, this is about black teenagers, their reaction to the acquittal of the officers that beat Rodney King. So, yeah, there's that. The Black Girls Left Standing, Juliana Goodman. The cover is really what caught my eye, but I do remember the synopsis sounded good as well. I want people to stop thinking they can do whatever they want to us and get away with it. I want them to know we fight back. Yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure the girl's sister was accused of something and she's trying to clear her sister's name. The cover fire. Cover's fire. I got the Ministry. Oh God, I thought this was paperback. I'm pissed because I'm pretty sure I clicked like I wanted all paperback books. Or mostly paperback books. Anyways, I got The Ministry of Time by Kayleigh Bradley. Heard so much about this book. Don't know what it's about. But everybody that's read it has said it's fire. And I was just like, this is the perfect opportunity to pick it up because it's $5.99. Why not? So yeah, there's that. Okay, we got a couple more. I got Long Shots and Hook Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I forgot to get the second book. I don't know how I forgot to get the second book, but I'm pretty sure this one's the first one. This is the third book, I think. But there's a second book in between here that I forgot, which I'm pretty sure is like purplish, by Kennedy Ryan. I've been wanting to get into Kennedy's backlog for a while, but I just haven't yet. So I was like, perfect opportunity to get into it. We Are Not Like Them by Christine Pride and Joe Piazza. Don't remember what it's about. Stay tuned. When I read it, then I'll tell y'all what it's about. The Color of a Lie by Kim. Oh, Jesus. The Color of a Lie by Kim Johnson. Calvin knows how to pass for white. He's done it plenty of times. For his friends in Chicago when they wanted food but weren't allowed in a restaurant. For work when he and his dad traveled for the Green Book. This is different. I'm not gonna keep going. Passing for white. Baby. I know you lying. Hold up. Oh, it's signed. So y'all, when I first got back into reading, I tried to read this book and I couldn't get into it. I don't think I was in my fantasy era yet, because it started off pretty slow, and I ended up trying to read it, but then I ended up taking it back to the store. I'm pretty sure this is that book, right? Is it? Yeah, I tried to read it, couldn't get into it, took it back to the store, but now I want to try again to get back into it now that I'm actually in fantasy, and I know that I have to like kind of get through the boring part to get to the good stuff. Yeah, there's this, and I could have sworn I bought the second book, but it's not in this box, so I'm about to email them to send me my book. Let me look at my order. And who be telling Apple to just be updating stuff? Didn't nobody tell y'all can update that? Let me see, because let me find out my I did not order that book. Yeah, and I don't see it. I don't see it. This is the second time they done did that. Talk about that it's in the package and it ain't in the package. Go and refund me my money because you ain't put it in the box. Anyways, yeah, I bought the sequel to this as well, but it's not in the box. Then, this is another black fantasy series that I want to get into. I've heard a lot about it. I've seen it for a while. I think there's 3 books, but they only had these 2 books, I think. Beast of Prey and Beast of Ruin by Ayana Gray. I'm excited to get into these because I heard a lot about it and I watched somebody's reading vlog on these and they spoke highly about this series. So yeah, there's that. That's a lot of books, honey. Alright, y'all, that's the end of this video. Oh, I forgot I wanted to tell y'all about ebooks I also purchased. I watched somebody else's book haul and they ended up talking about the ebooks that they purchased, and I was like, duh, why not? Why not tell you about ebooks that I purchased? I'm really not an ebook buyer, but Kindle has been getting me lately with these $2.99, $1.99, 99-cent sales they've been having on books that they email you about. But I won't be purchasing any more ebooks because of, you know, the whole Kindle situation, and I'm not buying a new e-reader anytime soon. So I did end up buying an ebook of The Rage of Dragons as well as The Fires of Vengeance. Then I bought the ebook of Model Home by River Solomon as well. I bought The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arifi, another black author fantasy. I bought The Fraud by Zadie Smith. I bought an e-book of Onyx Storm because my book didn't come in time and I needed to read it ASAP. And I bought the ebook of Children of Blood and Bone as well as Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Yeah, I pretty much bought ebooks of books that I already had besides The Fraud and The Final Strife. But these books were on sale. Yeah, these books were on sale, so that's why I purchased them. Like I said, I won't be buying any more books. But that is the end of this book haul. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I couldn't really tell y'all much about the books. Honestly, I don't want this video to be too long, which I'm pretty sure it's already pretty long. But I didn't want it to get too long. That's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications to be notified when I post new videos. And if you're one of my silent viewers, go ahead and leave this emoji in the comments down below just so that I know you exist. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.